So here we are at the last day of the MLS transfer window being open, and Toronto FC have used their last international roster spot to acquire Lucas Janson, a 23-year-old Argentinian forward/attacking midfielder on loan from Tigre in the Argentinian League. This move is essentially Edgar Akeche 2.0 in my opinion. Janson is another young-ish 23, so he's starting to hit his prime. Midfielder/forward guy who can have some creativity, moving the ball forward, score a few goals. Essentially the same sort of player that Edgar Akeche was, and obviously Akeche didn't work out, went back to Cadiz, and now there have been talks of getting an Argentinian player even back in the off-season. We know Bezchenko was in Argentina during the off-season doing some scouting, and looks like that did pay off as we have now signed an Argentinian youngster. It's a loan deal, so he might not be sticking around. Hopefully, if he performs well, we re-sign him. But yeah, Lucas Janson, from what I see, he's creative with the ball. He can set up some passes, set up some goals. I don't know if he's quite an MLS caliber player. He's likely not going to start. If he plays striker, he's definitely not going to start ahead of Giovinco and Altidore. He will probably be fighting with Hamilton, Ricketts, and Becerro for a spot coming in off the bench. So he probably won't get into the lineup right away. Even in the midfield, as kind of a Vazquez-type player in the midfield is what I expect he is. He's probably not going to get that much play time, especially with how Osorio's been this season and with, of course, Vazquez just being Vazquez. He's just kind of another depth piece that we probably could have used a couple months ago when everyone was hurt. Now that everyone's back, I don't see him getting that much play time. But, he's a nice little addition. Just a nice little depth piece adding on to what we already got with Becerro. Just some young guys who we could possibly just build up moving forward. Give them some more play time maybe down the road. Maybe they develop into something like out of the bush. If not, this one is just a loan. He goes back once his loan term ends out, so we don't need to worry about having to offload a international roster spot if he doesn't turn out well. I don't like that this is what we used our last international roster spot for, though. With all the moves, like the Hasler move to bring in extra general allocation money, and of course we used targeted allocation money to sign Janson, which we got by giving Akeche away. I felt like maybe we were planning something bigger. Of course, the day's not over. Maybe by the time the window closes, we'll throw something else in, sign like an American player or something, because we're out of international roster spot. But hopefully giving away our 8th international roster spot last week doesn't come to bite us in the ass, because right now we're sitting at 7, and this is our 7th international player. I think it should turn out fine. We're starting to play much better now. All our players are back from injury. He's a nice little depth piece. He'll help us moving forward, hopefully, give us another option off the bench, give us more creativity off the bench, which we've been seriously lacking, especially in the past. This season has been a little bit better, with like Tefler coming up, but we need some more creativity off the bench. Janson adds that. We'll see how he turns out. Honestly, this move is just completely up in the air right now. It'll probably be determined as the season goes on. Honestly, I feel like if he doesn't turn out well, he goes back on his loan term and sends out, no harm done. If he turns out great, we'll all love him. So really, this is just a low-risk, high-reward move for TFC, and hopefully the reward turns out great.